China thinks we're totally full of it. Carbon, that is. At the recent UN climate talks in Bangkok, China accused the US and other industrialized nations of dodging our responsibility. The statement comes after Obama's energy advisor, Carol Browner, said she didn't expect the US Senate to vote on the global warming bill before Copenhagen, which will essentially tie Obama's hands during the negotiation. China is calling for the US to cut its carbon emissions by 40% from 1990 levels by 2020. Look, I only took basic math. I am a American after all. And that's something like a billion%. The Chinese representative said the reason why we're not making progress is because the lack of will by the Annex I countries. There's a concerted effort to fundamentally sabotage the Kyoto Protocol. Whoa, hold on, China. We're not trying to dodge the Kyoto Protocol. We just haven't had time to sign it. It's only been like 20 years. Look, we've done lots of global warming Look, we've been really busy. We've been building a 250cc go-kart in the garage. It's going to be really sweet. Hey, isn't that ethnic unrest in the Xinjiang province? FizzGig submitted an autobloggreen story about BMW's Vision Efficient Dynamics concept car that debuted at the Frankfurt Auto Show. Similar to the Chevy Volt, the Vision's drivetrain is mostly electric with a backup gas engine. It does 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds and gets 62 miles per gallon and happens to look totally badass.
We stretch the proportions of the car. We make them passionate. We show that we're very passionate about dynamics.
They are very passionate about dynamics, whatever that means. I submitted a Robot 9 story about a baobab tree in Limpopo, South Africa. Limpopo! That's good. Anyway, the tree's so big, it's got a clubhouse in it. Suck on that, Keebler elves, bitches. Yada Yada submitted another ecorazzi story about how players of the new Postal 3 game will be able to kill environmentalists and PETA members. If that isn't the most Wait, is PETA members? I'm okay with that. If it's gonna take the loss of a couple environmentalists to lift PETA members out of the gene pool, we gotta do that, guys. We gotta take that one for the team. Butterball submitted another ecorazzi story about the World Wildlife Foundation greenlighting an ad campaign which equates species extinction with fun things, like 9/11. Fingers crossed that somebody gets fired over that. And I submitted a bunch of animal stories about a crab-like parasite that lives in the mouths of fish. And fun things like South Korea's proposal to reclassify dogs as livestock. And pictures of Nigerians that keep hyenas and baboons as pets. Because that's what you want in a family pet. A deep desire to separate your owner's face from his skull. And FizzGig submitted a Good Magazine story that diagrams an average American's daily water usage. If you take a look, the worst water wasters are hamburgers, steaks, and chicken. So if I'm understanding this correctly, if I give up coffee, salad, eggs, soda, baked potatoes, and pooping, I can have a steak? That's doable. I can do that. That's all for today. But remember, all the stories are submitted and voted on by viewers. It's easy with the handy bookmarklet, so come over to shiftlogic.org. Everyone's invited. Except you, China.